So that's enough about us and what we're doing and different tools. So I'm sure some of you may be saying, what do I do now? Well, there's a website out there called onstartups.com, and it's basically a blog about for tools and ideas for businesses, and actually primarily new businesses to get started and to grow. But there is actually a neat blog about what do I do as far as a startup company to get myself involved on the internet and social media. And I'm not going to go into any of these items in depth for you. You can download this presentation, click on the link, and go and read in depth the different steps, but I'll just go through them very quickly. The first thing is to pick a name, and obviously some of this stuff is for a brand new company. If you're an existing company, though, a lot of this stuff will apply. Second thing is to put up a simple website, get some links to your website, set up a Twitter account, add an email subscription button, get a nice logo, set up a Facebook business page, create a clean Facebook URL, and that's where we talked about making sure you can get and reserve your name out there. Kick off a blog, write a blog article, set up Google Alerts, and we haven't talked much about Google Alerts, but you can click on the link there to go to that. And Google Alerts is where you can set up, basically tell Google, hey, if there's any new news or anything posted out there that you find for whatever this topic or phrase is that I'm looking for, go ahead and update me daily or once a week. So, you could say, I want to hear what's going on with smart services, and it's a good idea to do this with your own company. I want to see what's happening with my agency, and you put your agency's name in there, and Google will search, and any new information it finds about your agency, it will send you a daily or weekly email to let you know. And I think it's important to scan the internet about what others may be saying about you to keep your online identity nice and clean. Find 3 of your closest competitors. Update your LinkedIn profile, and obviously one would be to get a LinkedIn account first. Get business cards printed. Use a Twitter grader search feature, which we talked about earlier. The grader will not only grade your website, but can grade your Twitter post as well. And kind of going back to 14, get your business cards printed. Obviously, most of us have had business cards for some time. What I would start recommending is, as you get going in social media, to put maybe your Twitter account or your Facebook page or other information on your card, so people, when you give out your card, people can go and find that. Create a StumbleUpon account, and as we talked in the first presentation, StumbleUpon is somewhere where you can learn more about social media. Subscribe to LinkedIn Answers categories, where you can go and see, you can ask questions and have others answer them, or actually help answer other people's questions. Find different bloggers out there that you like that maybe are talking about topics that are related to your industry or maybe just interest you. Start building some contacts on Facebook. Grade your website on Website Grader. And get some analytics. And analytics is a whole nother webinar that we've done in the past, and I'm sure we'll be doing it again in the near future. But basically, you can use different sites, but the one that we currently use and recommend is Google Analytics. So if you have a Google account, you can set up a Google Analytics account where you can put a small piece of code into your website, and it will track visitors to your website. It'll track where they come from and how long they spend on your site and what pages they're looking at. So some good information to look, and it'll put it in a nice graph that boils it down pretty good, so you can see how many visitors you're really getting per day, and then how long are they really spending on your site, where are they coming from, and what are they doing. So here's what you do. Again, it's on onstartups.com. You can go there for more information. Also, for some other further information or links, and again, these are in the presentation, so I'm just going to kind of rattle them off here, but Social Media Examiner, some short post of social media info, Mashable.com, Social Media Today is another good one for just kinds of tips and tricks and different tidbits on social media. Attitude Branding by Amber Nashland, and Chris Borgen's blog as well. He talks a lot about community and social media. And all of these links are actually courtesy of Ashley Whitney, who helped us compile some of these. And some suggested Twitter users to follow. Michigan Agents, or the MAIA. I'd like to recommend that people follow that. Anybody from Michigan anyways. They do a good job of sharing information with their membership. And actually, if you're not from Michigan, it's a good thing to follow just to see what others do. Kate Herbeast is somebody who's actually very prolific in Twittering and tweeting, and puts a lot of good information out there. Jason Verlinde is actually a local agency here in Michigan, and I just put him on here because I like the style and how he uses Twitter, and I think he's a good example for others to follow. But other suggestions may be to look for your carriers on Twitter. I'm sure most of them are out there. Look for your agency management vendors out there, and look for users tweeting useful information that's relevant and important to you. And basically, you can tune Twitter in to be kind of like your own personal daily news site that has news tuned specifically to what you want to see, and not only daily but really up to the minute. Some recommended books for you if you'd like to read more about social media and get even more in depth. One is Groundswell. Another one is the New Rules of Marketing and PR. The Facebook Era is another really good book. And the one, if you're going to read any book out of all of these books, I would recommend the one that you definitely read is Inbound Marketing. How to get found using Google, social media, and blogs. So some suggested Facebook fan pages. I won't go through this whole list here, but again, you can just download a presentation. It's already out there, and you can click through these just to go see different examples of Facebook fan pages. And because we're doing this in a webinar through GoToMeeting, I can't really show you videos too well today, but if you download the presentation, and when you come to this last slide, if you just click on social media, return on investment, social economics, a pretty interesting video to watch that will, maybe open our eyes more on the economics or ROI on social media. Please feel free to email your questions to me at jerry.petty@smartservices.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Or, if you go to our website, you can look up all of my contact info, and I'd be happy to take any calls as well. I would like to thank everybody for attending today, and I hope the information that I've shared with you has been helpful in some way. And I look forward to seeing you at some of our future webinars or seminars that we do.